Hi Libra, welcome to your quantum entanglement reading with me, Jocelyn, the Quantum Queen. So, let us see what pops out for you guys today. This is, of course, for Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and as always, welcome to my cross watchers. Cross watcher, you could be dealing with a Libra, and the message could actually be for you. Feel free to take it however resonates with you in your situation. And keep in mind, these are timeless readings, so Libra, if you want to head over to the playlist that is just made for you, you might find something useful there that might, I don't know, be good for you to hear at this moment in time. If you guys would like to book a one-on-one reading with me, you can find my information down below in the description box. And just want to say thank you for liking, subscribing, and thank you for all the good karma donations. I appreciate it so much. All right, my Libras, let us see what happens here today. My camera keeps freaking me out because it dropped my phone earlier and now I keep watching it like crazy. Okay. Give me just 1 second. Ooh, that one. Libra, okay. So we've got Bat Spirit. It says a rebirth is assured. Libra, it's interesting with your kind of read. What I was getting on the energy with you guys is there's something happening. Oh, this is actually really positive. I think I'm going to go ahead and take that rabbit, okay? You're kind of like, I feel like things, if they're not already, are starting to become almost like crazy lucky for you. In fact, didn't I just say that recently? I think I had a read for you guys recently where it was kind of like, it almost is making you in disbelief because you have been going through a time of rebirth. But I'm going to take this in a completely different way. In fact, just bear with me because I'm going to get one more card, okay? So let me see what pops out, okay? Just gonna spend more time doing this. That one. Libra, okay. This is what I think is going on, okay? You might be being faced with, I feel like this is someone else, you know? There is the entanglement, but I feel like you're starting to become kind of more fierce, you know, a little bit more like, just because of what you've been through, Libra, I almost feel like there's just a little bit of resentment. And this might not apply for all of you, but I think just deep down underneath everything that you've had to go through in your life, it hasn't been easy. You've felt strung up. You have been through some type of literal rebirth. And if you guys know the way I talk about kind of like the quantum physics of a rebirth, it is literally where you're going back through your psychological development and you're playing over things in your current reality. Because this, you have to think about the first time that you go through, the only time that you go through the birth canal, you're releasing chemicals that are based around stress. They're going to be low vibrational brain chemicals, and that gets stored in your cells, and then that's how it becomes almost programmed in you. So that's why when I talk about like rebirths or like a dark night of the soul and transforming who you used to be, it's because you're going through a purging of all the way back down to that very first time you were born, right? You're alchemizing even those low vibrational brain chemicals that have been stored in your cells since the first time that you came out of the womb. So that's why you'll repeat it in kind of a metaphorical or maybe like a symbolic type of way throughout your life, where it literally feels like a tight squeeze in your process. It's constricted, it's hard, it's a lot of trials, it's like everything being thrown at you at once, and it's because What I love about this card, it is kind of similar to the Hanged Man. It is a little bit. But out of it, what's going to come is this deep, deep perception because, okay, you're purging all those low chemicals out of your being, which is it's going to evolve you. It's going to alchemize you to a higher vibrational you. So once you go through that purging, which is painful as hell, all right, it is not easy, and I'm not going to make light of that situation in any way, shape, or form. It is hard, but what will come out of it is this. You, not just like generosity, that don't even pay attention to the message, because what I'm picking up on this intuitively is you just embodying the natural you. The thing I think, Libra, deep down you've always known is inside of you. And it's maybe for a time you felt suppressed by that. You felt like that was lost, or, because outside circumstances kept putting you in a position that maybe made you feel a little bit disempowered or things like that. Things are going to start changing. But, okay, starting with that, Libra, what I want to say is that this is a time, right? It says now is a lucky time. There's going to be a lot of like really exciting things that are going to start happening for you. And what I feel like right now is you still might be just in a little bit of a mode where things are at just a titch of a standstill, okay? Because we are still in Mercury retrograde. And so I feel like there's still just a little bit of reflecting on the past and, things coming back to the surface. And I feel like you might be in some type of mode where you are still just a little bit not quite moving forward, because you're still alchemizing into this. And I feel like there also could be environments that you're still involved in where there's people in power over you. Like this could be like a boss or a parent, or maybe even a living situation where you're not completely in the power seat. And so there's still a little bit of how maybe you're alchemizing into this energy. You're still learning how to completely stand in your own independent power. Does that all make sense? So Libra, what's happening, what I want to really touch on is that because things aren't completely like exactly where you want to be right now, don't procrastinate, okay? What I want to say is that Spirit might be communicating to you here and there, telling you things that you need to do, and they'll be tiny things. But do them, Libra, because it's going to help you. Right now might be just a little bit of a down period because it's preparing you for what's coming. It's preparing you for all the luckiness, like all the abundance. I mean, this is a very fertile energy. And the rabbit, that's like on the move. That can be like quantum jumping, quantum leaping. You might be leaping into a completely different like timeline or reality. And it's going to feel very lucky. Like finally you're pulling out of a period where you've been strung up and things haven't been very movement. It's very moving. It felt a little bit stagnant. So right now is preparation time, pretty much is what I want to say. It's preparing you for everything that's about to flood in. And I'm telling you guys, especially like Mercury retrograde is almost done. So really get on it. If there's things that you kind of feel in the back of mind that you're like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. If you pull into resistance to those things, if you have things on your mind that you need to accomplish and you don't do them, you can pull yourself in a shame cycle. And it's where you like sabotage pretty much yourself. And if that accumulates in your cells, that's what creates tower moments in your reality. So, and I have seen this in my experience. Like recently I had that. I kept having this feeling to go out and do this thing. And I kept putting it off and I kept making excuses like, because I'm doing this another freaking water fast and I haven't had a lot of energy to go out and do a lot of things. And so I've kind of made that as an excuse. And what happened was everything that I was picking up on, it finally manifested. Like I had someone communicate like this needs to be taken care of. And I was like, shit. And it like snapped me back into reality. So tower moments don't have to be this like crazy, huge, catastrophic thing. It's just sometimes it can be where there's finally a confrontation or something to kind of like put you back on track and make you more accountable. Okay. I don't know why that's all popping out, but yeah. So I feel like I give you guys this message like all the time. Just, you know, when you have the inclination or the feeling to do something or to accomplish something, do it, Libra. Because if you don't, you're going to throw your back on a lower vibration. And the one thing I'll tell you, when I like, if you fall back on that lower vibration of like shame, guilt, and fear, right? I talked about a shame cycle. You'll actually attract old people, especially right now. Things from the past are coming back in. You'll attract people from the past that were maybe like abusive or people that you were trying to get away from. They'll be a match to you and they will kind of pick up. There's that quantum entanglement, right? No matter the distance between the two of you, you're still connected. And so they'll sense your energy. They'll feel that you're at a lower vibration and they might come in for some type of contact. So this is interesting. What did I say? Oh my gosh. Libra, Queen of Pentacles. So this is what I want to say is there's something about you needing to take care of something in your physical reality. This can be finances. This could be something like if you guys are involved in your work, something about committing to that. This even can be about your health because the Queen of Pentacles, she's the catch. Like she has everything together when it comes to her finances. And she puts really good foods into her body, right? Because it's that material. She takes care of her material reality because she can see there's a reflection in both. When you take care of your physical reality, like then that will get reflected on the outside in your relationships and everything. So isn't that hilarious that the Tower card came in? But I do want to say it came in upside down. So I'm going to go ahead and take that because Libra, remember how I was saying that a tower moment doesn't have to be this huge, like, catastrophic thing. And this is why it feels a little uncomfortable, but it doesn't feel like earth-shattering, everything is changing in your reality. You know what I mean? Like, it feels more like, hey, Libra, you know, stay on top of things. Really keep consistent with your routines, like the things that you have set up for yourself. And stay dedicated to the things you know you need to do to take care of yourself. Pretty much is what I'm wanting to say. So that's why I was saying like that can be diet, that can be work stuff. Sorry guys, I need water. That can be in a multitude of ways, like taking care of your body, moving it. Your body is meant to move. You have a lymphatic system that needs to have movement. And I keep getting these chunks, so hold on, let's see what comes out, Libra. Oh, freaking man, oh man. I love that that happened, though. Isn't it funny that I was saying, like, tower moments? This is why I love Spirit. Okay. Bear with me, I'm kind of all over the place with your cards today. Because I think maybe even Libra, you're still feeling a little scattered in some way, shape, or form. Interesting. What is that? There's a card flipped over. I swear I just saw a card that's flipped over in the deck. Yeah, Libra, that's why. Well, looky what we have here. We've got the Three of Wands and the Sun card. This is opportunities. I think you guys might be maybe exploring some different options, but like I was saying before, the Sun card, it is coming in upside down because what I think is happening is, Libra, what I'm getting is that you're not completely satisfied by your current situation. And so you're using your outside environment as an excuse for why you shouldn't be happy. rather than going within and taking charge to like purposefully be happy and grateful for what you have right now. That's what I'm picking up from this energy. And so what I think is happening is you're starting to explore and look out to different areas and arenas to try to fulfill you, but it has to be done first. You know, what's that quote? Like, freaking, I am so bad with quotes. You guys know that. It's like, Wayne Dyer, maybe, what you look at changes. Oh, freaking. I'm not even gonna try. I'm seriously so bad with quotes. But they're always in my head, and I'm like, oh, if I could only communicate it. But that's what I'm getting is that you like, I guess, let me go back to this original one. If you're thinking like you need to believe it, you need to see it to believe it, it's opposite. You need to believe it to see it. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like, Libra, you need to first look at this right here. You know, committing to things you know you want to accomplish, and really keeping your commitments. You know, maybe you guys are already doing that, but there's this really beautiful transformation that's seriously happening for you. And if you're in some type of like downtime, or, you know, in prep mode, or things are a little bit stagnant, it's because you're being prepared for all the like fertileness and abundance that's going to be coming into you, which is why I love too the Sun card. Like, that is what's on the other side of things. Right now you might not see that currently, and you're trying to look for that elsewhere, and you need to just be happy with where you're at right now, Libra. Like, find a way to just find the good in what's happening right now. And it's interesting, I am going to take that Ace of Wands because that popped out earlier. I think what's happening, so we've got the Ace of Wands. This is a brand new beginning that's really going to light you up. It's going to bring a lot of passion back into your life. That's perfect with the Rabbit card. It's like you're going to be jumping into a completely different timeline, and all of a sudden you're going to feel lit up again. But it will come, especially once you're a match to it. So that's why I'm saying, like, really take the time right now to prepare yourself for what's coming. Because I think what's happening a little bit, Libra, is you go through these moments of, because these two cards I'm going to take, we've got the King of Cups and the Five of Cups. This is going to mean two different things. For some of you, you could be like having some things where you feel really emotional about stuff that's happened in the past, because the Five of Cups, that's looking back at the past. So that could be coming up right now, especially during this retrograde, is it's maybe be even taking you back to moments of certain people in your life that maybe affected you in some way, shape, or form, and you're processing those emotions. Like, you're letting them go. This is a very emotional combo right there. All about the emotions. So some of you might just be like purging, and I guess as more of a caution, because the King of Cups can sometimes like want to avoid the depth of the emotions, and can sometimes find a way to disconnect and maybe go to an addiction. So that could be for some of you as a caution. So that's why I love the energy. Really focus on what you need to do to just process it in a really healthy way so that you can move on. Because the beautiful thing too that I love about this Five of Cups, the owl is focused on everything that's left in the past. Every focus is here, but there's these two like fertile eggs that are completely full, these opportunities that you could just shift your perception and you can take a look at. So Libra, I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. I'm going to dive into the extended with this. If you guys want to join me over there, feel free. Go down below, click on the Vimeo link, and I'll see you on the other side. But Libra, if this is where we leave things, I'm sending you guys so much love, wishing you all the very best, and I'll see you in your next reading. Take care.